In between episodes, I kind of realized something that while this is a beautiful thing to see again, after all this time, and this is a really cool thing to see again as well, I feel like when we click on it, we're not going to get like a reunion type feel to this because there's no characters here, right, with us right now that might know what this is, unless they were told what it was by Pearls and by Maya or Phoenix at one point. You never know, but let's click it anyway. Let's see what they say. Amy. Why is someone's name written on here? Oh my god, the history of this freaking urn. Maybe so if it ever got lost, someone could return to its owner. You know, like how school kids put their names on their things. Yeah, but this is just an urn, and the name is written so big. Well, I wrote my name on magic panties. It says Wright in big letters. Oh god, Trucy, the less said about this, the better. And it's magic underwear here. Look, it's one of the doctor's notebooks.
Maybe there's something about the orb in there.
Mitama motif from the Korean founding period. It's a photo of the treasure box, the one from the temple's treasure room, the one that was part of the first trial. These must be his research notes on the founder's orb. Should we read all this now, or they probably will let us see it, but when the dragon and the tiger battle, the founder offers... No, they probably want us to read it later, but it's okay. When the butterfly embraces the Mitama, the favor of the orb is bestowed. Offers thy prayer to the ferventest fire, only then shall the Holy Mother return. Descending upon us in all her glory, the founder bestows the greatest power known. What's on the right page? It looks like a poem or something. It's a song that's performed during the Dance of Devotion. Oh, okay. It's been sung during the Kearney's rites of, since ancient times. I think I've heard of that.
There's also a legend associated with the song. Some say the solution to the orb's riddle is contained therein.
It's a song everyone in Crane knows. Not much of a way of keeping to keep it secret. It's called hiding secrets in plain sight, Polly. Us magicians know all about it. I mean, yeah, that I often think that does work in a lot of ways. Sometimes, you know. It's like if you're hiding from someone, going to the place that they would like. If they know you're trying to hide, going to the place that like they know you would be is probably like sometimes good at hiding. You know what I mean? It's like if they know you're hiding from them and they know that you're always on the canal hanging out with people, you know, going to the canal actually might work out. But then again, I don't know if that would work. Don't take my advice. If someone's looking to beat you up, please just get help. Yeah.
Huh? That's strange.
What is?
Dr. Buff's notes contain the second half of the song. Only the first half is sung during the Dance of Devotion.
So it's the second half, okay.
Most people haven't even heard of the second half, so he knows a lot then.
The second half? As in the part that begins, offer thy prayer?
I'm impressed. That's some thorough research he was conducting.
So he had a lot of knowledge and stuff. Research notes on the Song of Ceremony and the box containing the founder's orb. Very interesting. Okay, so we know at least that he had like a lot of information on this stuff as well. This is where probably the coffee stains came from. The coffee stuff up here. It's a coffee maker. A coffee maker and a bunch of coffees. That was very Irish of me. Again, I am Irish, so like I do have an accent, but like sometimes the accent like pops out even more, you know? Not that I'm containing my accent, but this is my accent, but sometimes some words will sound different, you know? The coffee maker. He must have taken his coffee breaks here. Or there's a filter with the old coffee grounds in here. Guess I better clean this up. Well, we're cleaning it up?
What are you doing there, son?
What am I doing cleaning this office?
Don't tell me that.
Oh, he's so used to cleaning the office all the time that he instinctually went to clean the office. Don't tell me they got you on coffee duty back at your office. No, it's just, if I don't keep the place clean, no one will. No one will. That's true. That is probably true as well. Because I thought it was just more of an instinctual thing because like, you know, he's used to cleaning. But again, that is probably true. Maybe no one cleans if he doesn't clean. There's also this statue here, which was also part of the case, right? It's a golden statue. It looks pretty old too.
I imagine it has a great archaeological value. Maybe too great for private research of Dr. Buff's caliber.
I wonder how he got his hands on something like this. I wonder if it was from Maya or something. And look at this up here as well. This is huge. What a huge wall relief. It seems to depict a spirit channeling.
Hey, the spirit medium looks like the Holy Mother of Karain.
It does? Your face was left blank, but the rest is clearly detailed and well crafted. That makes sense, yeah, because they're not allowed to show the face.
Did you know some researchers claim that the Holy Mother had 3 eyes? And that the 3rd eye was able to divine the truth, just like the gods above.
I didn't hear about that.
It is said to be on her forehead.
Like you said, you shouldn't believe everything you hear. I mean, it's one of those things that's what happens with legends, right? They take on a mind of their own. They gather their own like power as time goes on, to the point that they're like no longer the original legend they used to be. It just happens like that. It generally does, I feel like, anyway. It's a spiral staircase. And it's connected to the hallway up there. Like, if you leave people to think about something without the full information, they will come up with their own ideas. You know what I mean? That's what happens with gods as well, I think. Why'd they have to place the second floor up so high? It's a cool area, though. Like a cool loft area. You're not afraid of heights, are you? I am. I know Apollo is, too. Well... Oh, Polly's hilarious about high places, so she finds it funny. Again, Tracy finds a lot of this stuff funny. He gets all wobbly like a baby deer taking his first steps. And his face turns green as a watermelon. Oh my god, Apollo. It's not nice to make fun of people's phobias, you know.
Come to think of it, the visitor's entrance is on the 2nd floor. What an odd layout for a house.
It is very, very weird. But I thought it was cool, though. Like, I'd love the idea of a loft if I could have one. You know what I mean? Like, imagine having, like, as long as there was barriers, like a bed up there and a TV, it'd be so cool. Yeah, like, I don't think Trucy is genuinely, like, like, she's not being rude when she does that. She just, like, she doesn't have the same tact that other people have, but I think that makes her so funny, too, because, like, she's so, like, forward, you know? That's one big suitcase.
It's locked.
It's the doctor's? No, someone left in here last night. Oh, okay. So the doctor might have had a visitor. Can you tell? Love the glasses so much. That sticker there, you only see those on airport luggage, which means its owner is likely from overseas.
Is there any way to figure out who it belongs to?
Not unless we can open it to see what's inside.
Guess not.
Wait, what? Who's this? That's because you're not me. Oh, it's Emma laughing? Emma Sky, forensic expert extraordinaire, fair enough. Try as you might, you won't find the word impossible in my forensic handbook.
Is she okay, son? It's like she became an entirely different person.
Don't worry about Emma, she's a sweetheart, she's absolutely amazing and so talented at her job. But that's just what happens when her forensic switch gets flipped. Apollo's just like, yeah, that's whatever. It's just how it goes. He knows her so well at this stage. With this, identifying the suitcase's owner will be easy as pie. Is that fingerprint powder? That's right. And there's no better time than the present to use it. Here we go. This was like mechanically very hard for me in the other case. It's a nice suitcase. It's one of those like reinforced ones. I actually like those ones, you know, rather than the fabric ones, I guess. You remember to do this, right? I apply the powder where I think some prints might be and blow any excess off? Exactly. Well, have at it. Now where would I expect to find handprints on a suitcase? The handle. Believe it or not, the handle might have some prints. And if it doesn't, maybe on this side? No? Very weird. Well, I guess people don't always like hold it from this handle, right? We'll try it from this side, but you don't even, like when people are holding a suitcase, I rarely see people holding it from this side. Let's try the top. I mean, they want us to try the obvious places first, right? Can we zoom out? How do you zoom out again? Who knows? Nobody does. There we go. Switch to analyze, but we should probably get all of them just in case. Let's do this. And switch to analyze and conform. This one isn't clear enough for a match. Where else could someone leave prints? Wait, so that's not clear enough? Think, son. How might someone handle a suitcase? Start considering what you do with them. But besides being wheeled or carried, they can be opened and closed. Oh, the openings. So I should look for prints that we left at those times. So they're not clear enough, I guess? That's fair enough, okay. So the lock here? Yeah, I think that like this mechanic isn't that fun compared to some other mechanics. But it's one of those situations where like it's like the music is nice. The seed itself is pretty charming. But like I'm never like totally like, oh yeah, we get to do some dusting, you know? It's just never something that's really I'm drawn to completely when it comes to this stuff. Is it here? No? Here? Yeah, and I feel like every time we do dusting, no matter what, I'm always like going here, for 10 years, so. Unless it's gonna appear here now, but I don't think they do that. I don't think they do that at all. The handle itself? How do you zoom out again? Reset camera. I honestly wish we could like zoom out. How do we do that? Oh, here we go. No, I forgot to zoom out. I forget. Here? This is why I'm talking, like, this is why I'm, like, I feel like, you could say it's user error. You could say it's all user, Calvin. Should we try the hinges? Because I feel like I always come away from this just, like, it's just me saying here for 10 minutes. Here? Maybe here? Could it be here? Maybe at these openings here? No. These handles here? This here? These here? I might just cut to when I get it. Was that always there? Because I was sweeping down here and I found something, which is not the handle, by the way. But I guess they mean like maybe lifting up the top or something? So there is stuff on top of the stickers, I guess? That's really strange. That is really strange. I guess you could say they're like lifting it up, but they're pressing it down when maybe their clothes are getting pressed in, because I've done that with suitcases as well, but I thought they meant like a handle or like the edge of it opening up. Is this one too? Because there's like a mark that's not leaving here too. Was that always there and I just didn't notice it? Because I don't know if I sweeped that area as I was doing this as well or something like that, or when I was rolling around doing random sweeps. Because I've resorted to actually just like doing this. But luckily I started on this side. Well, not started on this side. I went like here and then here. So yeah, I guess we can switch to analyze then. Is this it? What do you mean? Why here then? Hey, Emma, I've got a pretty clear print here. Okay, now let me know let me know who you think it could belong to. Who could it be? It would have to be someone who would have paid Dr. Buff a visit. So, again, it's one of those situations where, like, I don't... Like, I think I enjoyed it more maybe in the previous games for some reason. I don't know if it's, like, a little bit harder this time as well. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just me being bad. Dirk? Oh, that's a rebel, maybe? Because he actually, like, was meeting with him, right? Because if Dirk would be able to say if it's his suitcase. It can't be Buff himself. It can't be any other character here. It has to be that's a rebel. Yeah. That's a rebel did meet with him, right? Does that mean That's a rebel just packed a suitcase and came here? There we go. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, it couldn't be anyone else anyway. It's not some big revelation. She's just a sweetheart. Look at her. We have a match. That's, come to think of it, he did stop by to see the doctor, didn't he? To include the orb transfer agreement, he did.
So he's the one who forgot his suitcase here.
Where do you suppose he is now?
Haven't heard from him in a while, and he's not answering his phone.
Wait, You don't think he left his phone inside his suitcase, do you?
I wouldn't put it past that knucklehead.
Knucklehead is great. Actually, I think I may have run into him earlier. Really? Really? A suspicious man had been reported in the area. But when one of my officers approached to question him, he took off like a shot. That does sound like that's a rebel. That does sound like him.
Sorry about that. Kearney's people aren't all like him. I swear.
I mean, if I'm a rebel and I'm technically still on the run from Kearney's police, like I'm probably still gonna be very on edge if I come here to a different country still. Well, he's probably still in the village somewhere. Maybe he knows something about the orb. We can go find him? Yeah, again, it's one of those things where, like, with the suitcase stuff, like, I think I maybe found it easier in previous games to find fingerprints. Maybe there was a smaller area, but I think one of the things in this game now is there's such a big surface area. Now, in fairness, it didn't take me that long to find that, but that's just by chance, right? But I really feel like it's one of those things where, like, it takes a while. Like the coffin took a bit of time. It took a really bit of time. Now, it's not all over the game, so it's not like it's a big deal, right? I don't want to make it seem like it's a nitpick that's going to go on forever. I'm not going to freaking dock a game for like me being like not very good at the forensic aspect of it. But yeah, it's just something I'm just like, yeah, this time around, I'm like, now I'm kind of like, it's not really as enjoyable, I guess. And someone could say, Calvin, it's because of a skill issue and because you don't like that it got harder. And I'd be like, fair. That's totally fair. It seems the orb isn't here. That means that might be our only lead at this point.
Deputy of Sky said he might still be here in the village. We should try to find him.
I guess we're going to find That's a Rebel. Yeah, this is a really interesting room. It's actually a really nice room, actually. So I guess we're going to go back to Crane Village. Is he just going to be at the bus stop waiting for the bus? Look at those birds up there. May 16, Crane Village. Good day to you, citizens of Crane Village. My name is Paul Atchison, and I want your vote. Who? Well, that's really loud. Look, something's coming this way. Paul Atchison, savior of Crane, has come too. It's you people. Who's you people? Wait.
Apollo, what is that strange conveyance coming this way?
Who is it? Wait. It's one of those, what do you call them? Pelicans? He's looking for, he's doing an election of some kind. What the hell is happening? What? Who is this? I mean, the design is great. It's a really great design, but who the hell is this? He's like wearing a full-on suit. He like wants to like be like reclaim the glory of Karain. That already worries me.
So you finally left Dr. Buff's house. What were you doing there? What a bunch of shady-looking characters.
And you aren't? I mean, you're going around a freaking pelican, which you're... Honestly, you do look shady. You look like you would make some bad business deals with people. So take it you knew the doctor?
What a foolish question. I've memorized the names and faces of the entire electorate here in Karain. After all, I am the man who's destined to be the king of this fine nation someday.
You could be the king? He has a nice smirk, at the very least. So why are you going to be the king? Is there an election going on, or are you just trying to get people to support you? What's happening? This is a crazy first impression. This dude just shows up in a frickin' pelican. Who are you? What do you mean king?
Ignorant fools, I am the Paul Atchison.
The, he says. Oh? Very, like, marching music, right? Oh. There's almost like a self-importance to the music itself. It kind of fits his character.
I am soon to be eminent politician, a man whose name will go down in history. You should be ashamed that you've never heard of me before.
The fact that you said I should be ashamed I never heard of you before shows that I'm probably in the good class of people that haven't heard about you before. It's probably for the best. Is it really that famous of a politician, Apollo? I've never heard of him. Not that I know of. His music's great.
I'm running for a seat on the local council right now.
Local council? No offense to local councillors, but like the way you came in here, like you were acting like you were like going to be king. This music feels like it's like, yeah, it's very self-important. It's like a campaign trail almost, marching along. I guess even Jerk Q Public has to start so Jerk Q Public. My election is sure, I think I'm told. Again, he has a great smirk, right? You know, he'd be handsome if he wasn't so annoying, you know, if he wasn't so rude.
After all, my grandfather was a famous politician with untold influence. In short, I'm the chosen one, the golden boy, the powerhouse of politics.
And rider of his grandfather's coattail. I think it hurts people all the more that Tracy says it in such a like you know, straight-faced way.
Are you blinded by my majesty?
No one's blinded by your majesty, buddy. Because what happens already, and again, it's great characterization from Ace Attorney. Like, it's great character design, great characterization. Instantly, what I feel is this guy is up his own butt. This guy is so far up his own butt. You know, you choose one of the butt expressions. What, he's seeing out his own mouth? Is that one of them? Like, and in the way he bops his own head to his own, like, the thing you just said, right? He's like so in his own world. But yeah, we're not blinded by your majesty, buddy. We're just not.
Go ahead, bask in my resplendent glory that it is me, the chosen one.
Sure. Again, he's just, like, instantly great design, instantly great characterization of a character. Like, already, like, I'm like, this dude is, like, gonna be trouble. This dude has a passion for himself.
A pleasant...
Oh my god. Is that a scepter? I mean, the hair is nice. The hair is cool.
A pleasant day to you, good people of Crane. I am Paul Atterson.
Paul Atterson. What's the pun here? Wait. What's the name of your dad? Is it at his son? Like, his son? Paul's son or something? Oh, it's like a microphone, not a scepter.
It's time to reclaim the glory of Crane together.
The animations are great. The animations are so good.
A convenience store at every corner.
No. A karaoke bar in every home. No. I don't think people at Crane want that. Is your mic plugged in or is it from a receiver?
A vote for Paul Anderson is a vote for a happier, happier Crane village.
Turn off that infernal racket, you fool! You're on the stain on your grandfather's good name.
Thank you, good sir. He's oblivious. He doesn't know what's going on.
Your support is appreciated as always.
I guess he's one of those people who only hears what they want to hear 100%. Trucy, you're so correct. In other words, he's a model politician, 100%. He's definitely like that idea of like only hearing what you want to hear in one ear out the other means he's definitely here for his own selfish reasons and not just to help people. 110%.
Now, where was I? Oh yeah, right. You were in the doctor's house. Just what in the world were you doing there,
His face even like judging us. Look at him, he's judging us so heavily. Oh, we can get to talk to him. Do we get to examine the oh, we don't, okay. I thought we get to examine the pelican. Did his face change again? Paul Addison, how are you doing, bud? Is this what you're riding around when you're campaigning?
That's right. It's perfect for the narrow roads and steep hills here in the village. It has a top speed of 5 miles per hour, but it suffers from serious reliability issues. Namely, these imbeciles tire out too quickly.
You already suck. So bad. Anyone who like talks about their workers or the people that work for them in that way, instantaneous just like, yeah, he's just like bad. And to him, it's just normal. He probably just thinks it's just a normal thing to do.
We'll try harder next time, sir.
Poor guys. They're exhausted and covered in sweat.
Addison family has been in politics for generations, even back in the old country.
Really?
My grandfather, Abe Addison, was a prominent member of Congress. And he was born right here in Crane. There isn't a person who hasn't heard of him.
All I asked about was his pelican.
You must have heard of the Addisons. I'm even reviving our old country campaigning style.
So this was like a thing that was passed down? Oh, politics aren't really my thing. Trucy? I don't recall ever reading about them at school. I mean, the majority of people don't... Actually, just legitimately don't read into politics. They just don't. some people would say they don't believe in politics. They just don't want to say their political leanings. But with like Apollo, it's like legitimately like it's like yeah, he probably just doesn't have time for it. I understand. I want to make it clear, like with politics, like it affects everybody. So in the end, it will affect everybody. Like even if you don't want it to affect everybody, it will affect you in some way, and affect other people as well. But I don't get like this idea from Apollo. I don't think he's like trying to be like dismissive of like it. He's more just like being like legitimately like I don't know enough, you know, which is normal for like the majority of people I think in the world, honestly. Trucy referencing school here as well. Young people don't even try say anything about Trucy. I will literally kick that pelican into the freaking ground. It's over.
People need to pay more attention to politics.
I mean, I don't disagree that people need to be educated more about politics, 110%. We had, in our school, we had political stuff. Like, you have a class that teaches you about politics and, like, stuff like this too, but it's so surface level that, like, even you could even tell the teachers, like, when I was getting taught that in school, like, you can tell they were just kind of like, this is just, like, so surface level stuff that's not even going to help you one bit. We used to be taught, like, who is the mayor of this town? Who is the... And here you could say, well, Calvin, that's like basic level knowledge that's actually good for kids, 100%. But like telling someone here's a picture of the president. It's like, oh, cool. Here's a picture of the Taoiseach, who's like our prime minister. Okay, cool. For a teenager, that's going out the ear because we don't learn anything actually about them or their policies or anything. That we learn a bit by it. We like there's bits and pieces, like, but they're usually just like a small paragraph of like, in 2004, this politician did this, and again, it's one in one year, one at the other, and because it's also combined with lots of other social things as well, which again, it's not a bad thing, but like it's also like, you know, it becomes a topic within a topic rather than something that people should actually know more about. You know what I mean? It's like telling someone about hockey, but in the middle of your explanation of the hockey rules, you start talking about Yu-Gi-Oh, and then you go talking about how cream buns are made, and you go back to hockey, and it's like, yeah, I think I remember the cream buns part, maybe, you know, the doctor's house.
So what business did you people have at Dr. Buff's house?
He was going to transfer ownership of the Founder Orb to us. It's a sacred relic from the Kingdom of Kharain.
The Founder's Orb, so you tried to get your hands on it, did you?
Oh, so he knows about it. Wait, how do you know about the orb?
Huh, I know that it's mine, that...
Wait, what? But we have like written documentation that says it's ours, right? How do you figure that?
Because I know it's not the Founder's Orb. Its real name is the Crystal of Amy Fit.
Excuse me? Excuse me? What? The Crystal of Amy Faye? There's no way that Maya isn't coming back for this, right? There's no way. That's right, it's been passed down for generations in the Addison family. The Addison family? By the way, Amy Faye, I believe is like, I could be wrong with the statue thing, but I think that was a statue of, like, related to them at least. And they are, like, if I'm not mistaken, again, just my memory could be foggy, they were kind of like the start of this, the start of Crane Village. They were kind of like the Jesus of Crane Village. But yeah, Addison is saying that he owns this, but he's also saying that, like, because it's related to Amy Faye, not the Founder's Orb. So this has more of a relation to the Faye family than we thought it was going to have.
Until it was stolen, that is. But just when I had zeroed in on the culprit, the doctor hid it away, then kicked the bucket.
Well, oh my god, he's smiling as he says this too. This is going to be so crazy. They have to bring Maya back for a bit of this chapter, right? 100%. I know Phoenix is arriving here, so he has a connection to that too. It was a whole case. It was a whole trial. I actually might even go back and watch my trial from that, with the vase and all that stuff. But that was a massive trial. So you're saying that Dr. Buff stole your family heirloom? That's not what Dirk said. Strange. He had different ideas, right? But I've been told the doctor himself said that he had the Founder's Orb.
It's all weird foreigners do.
Oh god, he filled the doctor's head with nonsense. So it's interesting that like you are carrying, like, the Kharain is like against foreigners because it's been ingrained in them since they were a kid, right? You are carrying this like as something that like other people don't feel in this world, but you do, again, because probably, again, like, you're stupid head can't get around that, like, you don't talk about people like this. This weird foreigner.
No, it's like the crystal of Amy Faye being the founder's orb.
It's so, and what I mean by, like, just like the way he said it, it's the way you say it as well. You can go like, oh, he's like from a foreign place, right? But it's the fact that it's used as the way to describe him in correlation with something he did wrong in his eyes. That's when it becomes bad, right? There's a difference between me being like, oh yeah, look at there's a Polish person here, you know, versus, and that Polish person took my bike. You know, it's like, why, like, you know, it's all down to that Polish person stealing my wallet. You know, that's totally different. It's totally different context, you know? Weird foreigner. Could he mean, is the foreigner you're talking about, that's a rebel? Because he meant with the orb, right?
Take that! Yes, that's him.
He's even smiling now. I thought so. Now we really have to find that. It's interesting to me because, like, this guy should be really annoying, but he's actually just more sad to me. Like, I pity him. I pity anyone who is this self-absorbed. I pity this one who's who lacks this much awareness. I pity anyone who thinks they're this important. You know what I mean? It's like he's so self-absorbed that it's just, you look at him and you're like, man, this guy's sad. You know, this guy's really sad. Let's talk about that then.
Do you know who this man is now? I imagine he's at the detention center by now.
You got him arrested? I called the authorities after I found him hiding in my dog. Oh my god, Dance. What? He hid in the doghouse.
That buffoon.
Well, at least we know where he is now.
Let's head over to the detention center and see what he knows about the Founder's Orb.
And again, I'm guessing it's a reflex. I'm guessing for Dats, like, hiding in a damp place is not uncommon to him. You know, a dark, damp place like he did before. That was the hideouts in Crane. I'm sure, he's just like, I gotta hide, you know?
So you really are after my crystal?
No, we're looking for the Founder's Orb, and we have an agreement to prove it.
Well, just so you know, you're not going to lay a finger on it. It's mine. And I intend to give it to my benefactor.
Who's your benefactor? Your benefactor? So there's gonna be another name in this one. Like, he probably won't tell us. Oh, maybe they will. I was thinking it's gonna be like a little mystery going on here. Your benefactor. Who's your benefactor?
My benefactor is ready to support my rise to the pinnacle of the political world.
So it's someone funding you, of course. Politics, 100%.
They have immense influence here, you see, and I intend to harness that influence.
This is why, like, funding in politics gets so bad. Because, like, you're doing something, like, that's clearly, like, not... First of all, it doesn't belong to you. It really doesn't. At least from the surface, it doesn't belong to you. But, like, it's like, now you have... They have an influence over you to do something that, like, you probably wouldn't usually do. That showcases that you're already compromised. So you're just going to give your family heirloom away to this person? That's the thing. Like, how compromised is that?
That's right. It's a purely political decision.
I know. I'm not dumb. I don't think anyone thought it was anything but a political decision. In exchange, your patron will get the people of Crane to vote for you?
Eminent politicians are skilled at leveraging all of their connections.
Isn't it illegal to buy votes? It is 100% illegal. 110%. But in this case, this happens all the time. Benefactors happen all the freaking time. You know, it's illegal, but it bypasses stuff all the time, and you'll see this always be uncovered, you know what I mean? Well, good luck with that, I guess.
You just wait. Paul Addison will reign supreme someday.
Again, his character is legitimately really well done because almost instantly there's a wave of self-importance. I pity him. He is, like, not even, like, he's so self-absorbed and, like, again, really well written in that way that you can't even, like, get angry at him. You're just kind of like, Jesus, dude, how did someone end up like this? You know what I mean? He's almost, like, laughable. And I think intentionally so. He's supposed to be a bit of a joke. You know what I mean? I guess we're going to the detention center to talk to Dats. Oh, buddy. In prison for trying to sleep in a doghouse. May 16th detention center. Visitor's room. Hey. Yipes! Oh my god, he's so, like, jittery, isn't he? What's he doing under the desk? Foul cogs of the corrupt regime. I've got nothing to say to you.
It's me, Dirk.
He's still trying to hide from everyone. Oh, Dirk, you're Cyphosaurus, I bet. Oh my god, that big smile. They've really done a good job, like with either redesigning characters or like making the characters like more expressive. I think they've done such a good job. It's like it's made the transition to 3D even better. I knew you'd come to save me.
Well, this is another fine mess you've gotten yourself into.
My bad. So he gets himself into a lot of messes, as we know. At least Segovia is pretty good compared to that prison back home. I honestly, if that's like a good thing, I guess. Because like I think prison food gets a reputation for not being the best food in the world, right? Because they buy it in like as frozen as possible, I think. Which again, frozen food isn't bad, but you're talking about like bulk frozen food that's, you know, probably not the best in the world. I like frozen food sometimes too. You know, sometimes a frozen curry, sometimes you need it. Sometimes a frozen wrap, sometimes you need it. Sometimes life just throws a frozen wrap your way. Get 3 square meals plus a place to sleep. Why don't you join me? Why don't you come to prison? I love that like his life as a rebel was actually very, very tough. And Crane obviously hates rebels so much when he was in prison that he's like, man, this prison's great. This prison's awesome.
No thanks. They just send me back to Crane where I face immediate execution.
That is true. That is very true. I guess that would be such a good idea. Looks like he's still the same too. Long time no see, Dats. Huh? Hey, you look kind of familiar. Apollo? Is it really you, my boy? A to the J, all grown up and whatnot. How you been? Fine, and you, Dats? You look good, besides the incarceration and all. Those horns, AJ. Horns? He calls us AJ? Oh, is he talking about her hair? I forgot, like, of course they know each other from back then. He calls him AJ. AJ's a very sweet nickname. They've grown up with you just like the Stag's Antlers. I can't take it because you have the same hairstyle. You really haven't changed a bit. This is so interesting, get a reunion like this as well. And of course he is like the type of like cousin or uncle even that like pokes fun at his nephews all the time, you know? Anyway, there's something we need to talk. Wait, what age is That's a Rebel? 46. Yeah, he's definitely uncle for sure. 27, man. So young and already life ruined. Already done. Yeah, AJ is a very sweet nickname. And I think it also like what they do here, which is really cool with the nicknames and him talking about his hair, it instantly like reminds you that they knew each other when he was younger. And also it's a very sweet thing to showcase that they both come from the same place. And it hits you with an emotional connection where it's like, oh yeah, like this is a, as I said, a reunion. It is a reunion. I love when they do stuff like that. That's so simple. Instead of having like Apollo sit here and be like, man, we knew each other all the way back then. Remember with those times? And they might do like a bit of reminiscing, but like they start off with them just being like laughing at his hair and calling him AJ. It softens the relationship to showcase like, yeah, they did know each other. It really does. About the hair and the nickname. I've got all the time in the world. The slammer's like my second home. Really not so bad once you get used to it. He's like so used to jail at this point. He's rather laid back for someone in police custody. Yeah, Trucy, especially since Trucy was in police custody earlier and it was horrible for her. But I guess it's about perspective, I guess, when it comes to him. Okay, we can talk about the orb. That's what was the doctor, was what the doctor really had the Founder's Orb? Absolutely positively, the doc was sure of it.
Really? Because someone freed
Someone from the village calling it the Crystal of Amy Faye. Can I say as well how insane it is? Like every time Dirk shows up on the screen, it's just so weird. You know what I mean? How he's been built up this whole time and now he's just standing right in front of us.
He also claims that you're filling the doctor's head with lies.
The poses. That ain't true. The doc said he was sure of it. It was the real deal. All of his fancy research confirmed it was the Founder's Orb. So then Paul Addison character was lying? Imagine that, a politician who lies. Apollo is like, Apollo's like, pretend he's earlier. I don't know about politics, but later on. But I guess it doesn't really take yeah. I feel like even like the most basic of knowledge of politicians is like, a lot of them do lie. I bet he wants the orb all to himself. I wonder who's telling the truth. It is a weird situation because I wonder if there is like a thing with Addison where like it's true to him, right? Where he's not exactly lying, but like maybe he was told that or something. We might see what happens with that too. Because the way he talks about it, I don't know if it's like him just trying to like convince us or if it's something that he's already convinced of, if you know what I mean. It could be either or. Let's take a look at this. It proves the Doc believed he had the Founder's Orb.
Let me see that.
I agreed to hand over the Founder's Orb to the Defiant Dragons if I will come to no harm. Wait. Are they gonna say this might be null? Because he came to harm, technically? Could they well, I guess he fell himself, but still. If I'll come to no harm, signed Archie Buff. See, I got it all down in writing.
But why does it say if I will come to no harm at the end here?
Did Dats threaten him? Or did he think he was being threatened? Sounds like he was scared of you. Dats, did you threaten the doctor in any way? No, you got it all wrong. He was the Doc's friend. He told the old man us rebels were dangerous. It's his fault the Doc thought I might hurt him. Sounds like the work of a politician. He's really made a mess of things. So Addison lied and said that he thought that Dats was going to hurt the doctor. And so the doctor did it out of fear of being hurt. He's like, I'll give it to you, but just I don't want to be hurt. Which again, compromises a lot of stuff here because again, if this goes to trial and we're against Nayuta, a really good argument to make if Nayuta could prove that maybe there was some sabotage with the way he died would be to be you don't own the orb because he came to harm. You know? And it would be a really good avenue for Nayuta to take. States, I agree to hand over the Founder's Orb to Defiant Dragons if I will come to no harm. The reason for arrest. I just love that freaking Dats is so comfortable here.
What have you done now, Dats?
Nothing. I'm innocent, I tell you. It all started when the dog-faced cop tried to question me. He looked so funny I started laughing at him. So that's what they came after me. But it was hilarious, I tell you. I mean, a human police dog? How funny is that? A human police dog? Right, so what happened after that? They caught me hiding in the doghouse. Dang Pooch ratted me out. I love how he's talking about the dog like he's some arsehole of a person who ratted him out. that idiot dog. What the hell? What the hell, man? That is a very funny character. And again, it's so interesting the difference between I want to make it clear. I'm trying to not use the word because I would never call someone dumb because I feel there's different types of intelligence. There's you know what I mean? There's stuff that I'm good at that people aren't good at. There's stuff that people are good at that I'm terrible at. You know what I mean? And stuff that I know that people don't know and stuff that people know that I don't know. That's how it happens. But I think the better word would be ignorant to the world, or maybe oblivious is probably a better word. Dats' oblivious nature to the world is way more charming than Addison's oblivious nature to the world. Because Dats sees the world in a very comedic and bright-eyed and funny way, while Addison's oblivious nature to the world is very self-absorbed, very I'm going to worry about me. You know what I mean? It's very, very it's not a direct comparison, but it's interesting. We have two oblivious characters, and there's one way, and it shows the writing of Ace Attorney how good it is. There's one way to make oblivious characters really, really charming, and that's Dats. I guess that's what I get for laughing at one of his doggy comrades. He laughed at his comrades? Sounds like the dog got the last laugh. Dats is hilarious.
Dats, weren't you cleared of those jailbreak charges? And your capture by Lady Kira deemed it unlawful?
Yeah, but the cops here don't seem to like me anyway. What are the charges this time? Unauthorized entry or something like that. They think I'm an illegal alien. Oh, so they think that he smuggled himself maybe into the country somehow, maybe? And I can't just prove otherwise, because I lost my passport. Because again, I think they just traveled here, didn't they? They just came here. Is there a way they'd let you go? Now without my passport. If only I had it. Dirk, AJ, you gotta find my passport. Alright, we'll find it. One more thing to add to our to-do list. I mean, that's the thing as well, it's even if he was if he came here without proper documentation, you'd hope that they still treat him well, you know what I mean? But again, he's a prison break specialist, so I wouldn't be surprised if he finds a way to get out of here even without us. You know what I mean? But then again, I think he's not going to do a parachuting trick here. Now, where might that passport be? About the War Orb's whereabouts. Maybe the Doc's kid knows something. The Doctor has a kid? That's interesting. Okay, so there's going to be another character as well. There's a lot of new characters introducing, right? For sure. Well, I guess if you count Dirk, right? And the Doctor who died, but you know what I mean. 3 characters already that's going to be new to this. Not new, but like introduced. He's a bit of a shut-in though. Okay. The poor thing's own bedroom has become like a self-imposed prison. Oh. A shut-in sounds like it'll be a challenge just to get a conversation going. Time for your questioning. Follow me. It must be lunchtime. Today's fried chicken, if I'm not mistaken. He's so happy about this. You get your lunch if you behave yourself. Dirk, AJ, I'll see you around. Again, the AJ stuff as well. Like, he's so excited about the 3 square meals a day. You know what I mean? Like, prison fears him. Like, prison fears his smile. But it is, like, nice to know that he's not being, like, hurt in here, or he's not upset in here, you know what I mean? It's not terrible for him. Because, again, he did nothing wrong, so... Even if he did come here illegally, he didn't do anything wrong in my view, so... He's a good dude. He's a really good guy. Our only lead is Dr. Because again, I don't concern myself with that personally. Our only lead now is Dr. Buff's kid. But luring a shut-in out is not going to be easy, I know. So, can we talk about... Oh yeah, we already did. So I guess we're going to see if we can see his son, I guess? Would that be in the doctor's study? Maybe? Yeah. So what we got from That's a Rebel is that there was a signing of the orb over to him. It is the real orb. But it was clearly done. It was done under duress. So no matter what, if it goes to court, which it probably will be a court case of some kind, contracts under duress are not binding, I believe. I only heard it before years ago when there was a wrestling angle where Eric Bischoff and another guy made Dixie Carter sign a contract that signed over the company to them, but they told her it was a contract to fire some guy or something. And because it was there was lies, and because it was under immense stress that she was under, and like there's pressure, like you have to sign this if you want to get rid of him. If you don't, he's gonna kill you. You know. I remember a guy who was reviewing the episode was like, "Oh yeah, like I looked it up in law. I think it'll be null and void." Maybe you guys can correct me. Maybe things have changed, but I think if it's under like duress or stress, you can't force someone to sign a contract. You can't pressure someone to sign a contract. It would never hold up in court if it's able to be proven that it was, and even the writing there proves it is like under duress of some kind. But yeah, we can go maybe to the doctor's study and see if he's there. Yeah, it's the closest place to the doctor anyway. May 16, Crane Village. Doctor's study. With all the new characters, one of the things I'm always most excited about is just the designs. I love seeing new designs. Oh, it's you again? Emma. Looking for Mr. Wright. Is he here? What? The reunion. He was? I don't think we've seen a face-to-face interaction. No, in this game, we haven't had a face-to-face interaction with Apollo or Phoenix or Athena even either, right? Or Trucy. What was Daddy doing here? Good question. He said he was looking for something. Did he say anything else? Let me think. Something about how his ride never showed up at the airport. Oh? Yes, that was it. I guess Athena really did get lost. That's not good. Because even if Athena gets lost, she would have contacted us, right? What's Daddy doing all the way out here in the first place? He can't be looking for us since no one told him we'd be here. He probably has business here then. Well, if you're here to take another look around, be my guest. I have other work to do, so if you'll excuse me. Of course, thanks, Emma.
First and foremost, we better find Dad's passport. We should also have a word with Dr. Buff's child.
Hey, is it just me? Was there something new here? Is there something new in here? But before we do anything, like, yeah, the stuff with, like, I was really excited, obviously, because the Phoenix stuff and the reunion with Apollo and Trucy or Athena and Phoenix and all this stuff is going to be amazing. Even, like, if we get to meet Maya as well from these characters' perspective as well, it's going to be really great. But it's so great what this game does with writing all the time, where you get this excitement and then, like, a bit of worry, because now it's like, why is Phoenix here? I imagine it's something to do with Crane. Like, he has ties to Crane as well. He's been here before. But then also, like, what happened to Athena? You know what I mean? Athena doesn't just... I feel like it might be show up that it is a comedic thing, but I feel like she'd contact us in some way, right? Who knows? I have no idea what it could be. But yeah, the Phoenix Wright does it great all the time where it's like, here's this really like exciting moment, but what's happening though, you know? There's a mystery to it as well. What do you notice that's new, Trucy? Is it the thing on the ground there? You mean that thing? Yeah, we should take a closer look at it? Let's not forget about that's passport. It should be around here somewhere. Is it the airplane on the ground is what we're talking about? Or am I just silly? It is this. Is there any way to see the passport? Oh, in his suitcase. Yeah. Yeah, but let's look at this thing, this new thing first. What is that? Yeah, I noticed it right away because I looked at this spot so much because of the statue. Was this a model helicopter? Don't you know anything, Apollo? It's a drone. They're all the rage right now. It's actually a really interesting looking drone. I bet it belongs to the doctor's kid.
We need to ask them about the orb's whereabouts.
Yeah, but luring out a shut-in isn't going to be easy. Not at all. Not at all to lure out a shut-in. Especially since, like, wait, so he might be an actual, like, because here's the thing, I want to say this now, you're saying, like, doctor's kids and it's a toy, but it's a drone, so it could be, again, I want to make it clear, if you're, like, an adult who collects action figures, not a problem with that, you know? Whoever tells you to stop enjoying stuff just because you're an adult is silly. It's the same people who, like, you know, still collect baseball cards when they're, like, 30, or the same people who are going, like, you still play Pokemon? And it's like, yeah, people do, you know? They still judge people who are 30 playing Pokemon or something, you know? And I see it all the time online where, like, there's, like, these big guys in business suits in their profile pictures, and they're like,
if you still play video games by the age of 27, you have failed.
And it's like, and then their next tweet is like, I had such a good time watching Stranger Things. And it's like, what is the difference between you sitting down watching an entertainment show and someone sitting down with a controller in their hand and playing a game? Like, the difference is one person's interactive, the other one's like actively listening. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just, it's whatever they deem to be the next thing to like be annoyed about, I think, you know? So silly. You do whatever you want to, as long as you're not hurting anyone else. Do what you want to do. That suitcase. Maybe his passport's in there? Ah, it's no good. It's locked tight. I love that Trucy goes straight to like, just let's open it right away, you know? We should have asked him for the key. Yeah, that would have been a good idea. Oh? What are we going to do about Dat's passport? It's probably right there inside the suitcase, but we can't get it open. Why don't I take it over to Dat so we can unlock it? That way you guys can continue looking for the orb. Yeah, maybe I'm just always so protective. Like, Trucy's like a businesswoman. You know what I mean? She's a kid, but like she's also like has her own business and has been through a lot. A travel to the precinct isn't going to kill her, and I do trust her a lot. You know what I mean? I hope you guys understand. I'm not just trying to be like, Trucy can't do this, but there's like a hint every time Trucy's like, why do I do this? Or like, or somebody like, oh, maybe I should do this. I'm like, there's a protectiveness in me that's like, you don't have. It's like, no, she's a part of the writing agency. She's very good at what she does. It's okay to worry about our kid of the office, you know, doing stuff, but it's still, you know, she's very creative. Not very creative. She's very capable of stuff, you know? Good thinking, Trizzy. Yeah, exactly. Apollo did the right thing here. Me, I just got a hint of just like, by yourself? You know, you're going by yourself? Yeah. Okay, here I go. What the? Is it heavy? Oh. Let me try. So there's something inside here. How can a suitcase be so heavy? It's filled with bricks or something. He probably had to pay extra for that then. Knowing that, he probably packed his dumbbells in there. His dumbbells?
It's certainly much too heavy to lug all the way to the detention center. Here, let me take a crack at that lock.
What do you want to do? Pick it? I think he did. I think he opened it.
There you go.
That was fast.
A lock like that is child's play to me. Especially after all the wrongly imprisoned compatriots I busted out over the years.
You're sure seen a lot of action for an ex-lawyer.
And here we go. Dat's passport.
I'll take it over to him. Thanks, Trucy. No problem. Now you guys enjoy some quality father-son treasure hunting time. Oh, Trucy. Again, Trucy like just sees this and goes, and she understands what it's like to have like the familial bonds and like developing new familial bonds. All she probably sees is, you guys gotta get back together. See you later. You know what I mean? There she goes. I wish you wouldn't make a big deal out of our little family situation.
Father-son time, eh? Been ages since we had a father-son talk. Huh, son?
Yeah, well, over a decade, that's the problem. It's so okay for Apollo to be standoffish because it's been a decade since you've seen your son.
So, Apollo, how have you been?
I mean, it's a good question to ask how you've been doing, you know, but imagine 10 years and your dad goes, how you been? Oh, fine. I'm fine, I guess. The writing of this is so good. He's so, you can tell he's shaky. You can tell he's just like, yeah, I'm good, okay, I guess.
Is that so? Fine, you say? Well, fine is fine by me. Good to hear.
Okay. Oh my god, that's the end of their conversation. That's the problem. It's been 10 years. So what do we talk about now? Honestly, though, like, I really feel like this is a common occurrence with anyone who is, like, used to be close, meeting up for the first time in years. Because, again, it's like putting your best foot forward. How do you, like, start the conversation now? Where do you go from there? It's very difficult. But from my perspective, you know, if I was his dad, I would be like, hey, so you're working for Phoenix? What's that like? And then say, just keep asking stuff about your son. Just keep asking stuff. You know, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? You know? And like, just try to break it, try to like to build the bridge that way. The weight shouldn't be on Apollo to try and think of something, in my opinion. Because he's not the one that left for 10 years or didn't see his son for 10 years, in my opinion.
Get down.
Wait, what? Hit the dirt? What? Oh, the drone? What the freaking hell is that? It has a turret? Did we just get shot with like... We didn't get shot. Speak to me, son. Say so. There's no way a drone has real turret bullets. Come on, please. Oh, that smarts. The only reason I thought that like maybe it's not real bullets is because if they shot Apollo right here in the scene, I know for a goddamn fact that they would be playing the dramatic music. And if they didn't, I'd be shocked that they would shoot Apollo and not make a dramatic scene. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? This might be the son talking to the drone, but he's doing it in like a freaking like army way.
You maggots, what do you think you're doing invading Buff's airspace?
Oh my god, I love the animation on the drone as well.
I'll be scorching day in Siberia before you get past me, you yellow belly yahoos.
Yahoo? It can talk?
What kind of drone is...
Oh my god. It's like, it must be like pellets. It must be pellets. This is crazy.
Drone nothing, that's Sergeant Buff to you, soldier. You got dead, you lowly grunts.
What the... Who now?
Buff, sounds like the doctor's son is behind the controls.
That's what I was thinking as well, 100%. This is, again, it's Ace Attorney, so like you can't be too surprised, but at the same time, that's why Ace Attorney's so good. It's like, I've encountered the most crazy things throughout this whole entire journey, and still I come back and it's like, what the hell is happening? He's controlling this thing?
Apollo, let's play along for now.
I mean, I don't disagree with Dirk. If Dirk's thinking what I'm thinking, like, if you play along, get some answers maybe. Because again, we're probably not going to get to see the son for a bit. I was actually hoping we would, not because I'm like, I can't wait to see what like his son looked like. More just like, I love seeing new designs. But the fact that they have this well-animated helicopter is so freaking cool. It's like a cartoon character itself.
At least until we can get the information we need out of him.
Got it. Sergeant Buff?
Sergeant Buff, sir, you forgot to say sir.
Like, look at it's like animated like a cartoon character.
Ain't you never seen a war movie?
That's how you know it's a freaking, it's his son. Ain't you never seen a war movie before? That's the way he explains it.
Oh, right. Let me try it again. Sergeant Buff, sir. Better. Much better. Now, state your name, unit, and rank, soldier.
I'm this is crazy. I'm just looking at a freaking drone talking to me. I serve at the Wright agency. And my rank is fledgling lawyer, sir.
Affirmative, Private Justice.
Twiddling the antenna. This is crazy. Private?
Listen up,
Diaper baby. Your commanding officer has orders are absolute. So I'm guessing that he likes playing this game because it probably makes him feel less like a shut-in. You know what I mean? He gets to just like be like this really tough sergeant from the war movies he watches.
Disobedience means a one-way trip to the firing squad. Do I make myself clear?
Oh, sir. Yes, sir.
Good, good. We might make a man out of
You yet, Private. Oh my God. Oh dear Lord.
Now for you, Cyclops.
Cyclops is a crazy insult.
Oh, you want my name? Unit and rank 2? I'm Dirk Samadi. I command the rebel group of the Defiant Dragons, and my rank is, leader, sir.
Excellent. Welcome aboard, Commander Dirk. It's just the fact that he's like, yeah, that'll do. Even though that's not like an army rank whatsoever, which is leader of rebellion. You know what I mean?
Wait a second. What's with that ridiculous mop you call a head?
You gotta shave your head.
Someone should be clean cut. Sorry, but this is my signature look. I'm not going to.
You get the firing squad. You get the firing squad.
Fine, I'll get a haircut before we ship out.
This is genuinely hilarious, though. This is genuinely hilarious.
Listen up, you. It's kill or be killed out in the battlefield. No place to leave in conditioners. Oh, you got your life and you're lucky to have it.
Honestly, like, I'll say that, like, sometimes I feel like shaving my long hair. My hair is, like, down, like, to my chest now. And I sometimes think about shaving it just because, like, it's very high maintenance. He's oddly obsessed with the field survival for someone who never goes outdoors. Truly.
This is going to be harder than I thought, son.
I love he suggested it. And he's, like, now going,
damn. This might be tough.
Okay, guys, I think we might end this episode here, and we'll come back and talk to this guy in the next one. This is just genuinely great stuff. Or maybe we get like a bit of conversation with Sergeant Buff. Why not? Are you controlling that drone from your room, sir?
Affirmative. But I can see everything you do from here, so... 10 hut, soldier! Wipe that stupid look off your face. I'm gonna whip you sheltered peaceniks in...
Peaceniks? What's a peacenik?
Into shape.
With what, your charming personality? It's very clear he's, like, trying to compensate for his very, like, you know, his shut-in personality, I guess.
Look, it's got a camera and speakers, too.
And that's not all, Commander.
With these arms, I can cook and clean too. Speaking of which, Private Justice, your latrine duties, Neptune.
No, don't make him clean here. He's doing his job. No, you clean. Don't make him clean here. Not there's, by the way, I'll make it clear here. There's nothing wrong with cleaners. Like, my family members are like professional cleaners, and they clean for companies, and they work for different shops, and they clean shops and stuff like this too, right? They do that, right? There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But I'd say that, like, while Apollo's doing his lawyer work, have someone else do the cleaning. He does the cleaning back home. You know what I mean? It's still hard work. Cleaning is hard work. As if I don't see enough of the toilet back at the office. Exactly. Like, I want to make clear, cleaning is tough freaking work. And you know when people look down on cleaners? It's so funny because have you ever tried like cleaning, like, well, most people have. Like, what I'm talking about, have you ever done like a spring clean? Have you ever done a deep clean? That stuff like takes it out of you. That stuff takes it out of you. I mean, regular cleaning, like cleaning absolutely everything, like is just like by the end of it, you're like, oh, this is freaking annoying, you know. But you got to do it. Sarge, a helicopter drone operated by the doctor's kid, equipped with a camera and microphone.
That thing's pretty handy. Us Defiant Dragons could use one of those. Yes, it is a fine piece of hardware, isn't it? Modified it especially for siege defense.
Siege defense? You mean how you won't leave your room? He's protecting his room with this. Poor Apollo, man. Poor Apollo.
Holding up a stronghold to defend against an enemy is an age-old military tactic. A timeless strategy still applicable in modern warfare. I hope you don't try to mock the wisdom of my forefathers. I meant no offense. Oh, sorry, I meant no offense. It was just an observation. And again, it is him applying the movie stuff he's seen to like what he's doing in life. And again, it could be like it could be a coping thing. It could be, you know what I mean? Like at least like and a way to protect himself from the outside world too. You know, he's playing character here, which some people do as well. Like we know like if anyone plays Genshin, you know, there's a character who puts his helmet on to protect himself from the outside world sometimes and his own mental health. It's not uncommon to have this type of stuff happen. So the green ore ain't even discharged. A pharaoh got something to say, does he?
Sorry, it won't happen again, sir.
Darn tootin'. Now state your intention, soldier.
The location of the orb. We had an agreement with your father. He had promised to hand over the Founder's orb to us.
What? Papa promised you that?
Papa. When he talks about his dad, he refers back to like maybe less than favorable army talk, I guess.
He did, but he died before he could tell us where it's hidden. Now we have no idea where it is.
You okay, Sarge?
Oh.
Oh no. No, that's no. Did even the drone having sad eyes now? Why'd you have to die?
It was an unfortunate accident. I'm sorry for your loss.
If it helps at all, I know how you feel, Sergeant, but again, this coping mechanism. What do I do now, he says. This is all coping. This is all a coping mechanism for him, 110%. Not that like being playful like this is always a coping mechanism, but in this case, it definitely feels like it is a shield for his emotions sometimes too. He's very clearly, of course, upset about his dad, 100%. But the way for him to not only protect his feelings when he's inside his room, but also like communicate with the outside world without feeling like he's exposing himself is probably through this drone. Yeah.
What would an unseasoned rookie like you know about how I feel? First I lost Mama, and now I've lost...
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. This is tough. You lost your mother too? So rough. She's been gone for some time now. I'm all alone now, all alone. Can I say this right now again? We don't know the age of this dude, right? But at any age, this is rough. Especially if you're like an only child. Imagine how tough this would be. Sergeant Buff, would you tell us a little bit more what happened to your mother? The music here is beautiful as well. This is rough. Losing both your parents. Losing one of your parents is rough.
Mama passed away about 6 months ago.
We were still living in our apartment in the city. Back then, I had yet to engage my siege defense strategy, so he wasn't a shut-in at that point. In other words, something caused him to withdraw from the world. Yeah, 100%. It was arson. Someone set fire to the place? It happened so suddenly, before we knew it, our apartment was a sea of flames. Mom and I were trapped inside. Jesus Christ. But help never came. So Mama cradled me in her... Oh my god, that's lethal. That's so rough. Kicked out a window and jumped. She did what? I mean, that's like, again, parental protection of a kid. You know what I mean? It's like almost like instinct sometimes to do this stuff. She was like a walking, talking medal of valor, my mom was. That's insane. She delivered me safely to the terra firm with a perfectly executed PLF. It's a 5-point landing technique used by paratroopers to land safely on the ground. She sounds like a superhero or something. Maybe she was involved in the army, possibly? But from that height, she suffered massive injuries, and in order to protect me... That's rough. It's already rough. The air just got taken out of me. It's already rough losing your parent, right? But knowing that they died protecting you, no matter if, again, no parent would want you to feel this way, to feel guilty. You're gonna feel guilt. You are. There's no other way of putting it. You will. I don't know what to say.
And the person who started the fire?
It's brutal. It's so brutal. He was immediately apprehended. Do we know who it was? They say he was standing outside laughing while the building burned. What a evil person. At least justice was served. I hope that that brought you some solace. It never really does it? I lost both my parents now. You can't possibly know how I feel. Man, this lonely feeling. And if he was already like a someone who would resign himself from the world when he lost his mother, imagine what he's going to be feeling now. Mama, Papa, that's brutal. It's so brutal. Poor kid. It's hard losing both your parents at such a young age. So he is still younger. He is still younger. I mean, it's hard to, man, like, you know, I've seen people losing their parents at 50 years old. It doesn't make it easier. You must really feel alone now. Apollo. Imagine you know what he's going through. I imagine you do. I do? The road to recovery begins by talking to someone who suffered the same hardship. I know you have something that shows you understand. We could have to present something that shows you understand? I guess our dad, right? But we have to present it here. Sergeant Sir, would you please take a look at this? I do think it's great that, even though I still think that it's really bad that he left his son for 10 years. I do think it's really good that he can push his son into a situation where he's like, look, you do know how he feels. You know, maybe not in the exact same way, but at least you can relate to like not having your father, your blood-related father anymore, you know? What do we have here? It's a photo of my father. I wasn't even a year old when he died. Brutal. In a fire as well. What? This music is so beautiful but so sad. Unlike your mother, he died in an arsonist's blaze. But in his final moments, he managed to save his infants. It's exactly the same, isn't it? It's almost the exact same thing. Private Justice, you suffered a loss just like mine. This is so it's so funny how, like, again, Ace Attorney can do this all the time, where they can turn something that was very comedic, was over the top funny, but now is turning into something that is brutal and sad. I have, and that's why I know how you feel. Like, it's a testament to how good Ace Attorney is. Honestly. But you still have your mother, don't you? Thalassa's gone. No, I lost her too. Man, that's so brutal that, like, all of, like, because you know what the difference is here as well? Apollo, like, still has, like, a support system around him, but I like, and that's why I think it's gonna be so brutal for this kid, is that, like, he's gonna need people to support him. And I hope, and again, I don't know how to, like see where Ace Attorney stories are going ever, but I hope by the end of this that, like, either we find some family for him, or, again, we're used to adopting people, you know what I mean? At least emotionally, if he still wants to live in this place, but, like, I'd love to help him out in some way, you know what I mean? It's a brutal situation. She disappeared after the fire. That's crazy, she just left. I don't know if she's still alive or dead. She's alive. Heck, I don't even know what she looks like. It's so crazy that he was basically staring at her right in the face. Wow. Sergeant Buff's experience is very much like your own. If anyone can understand the sadness in your heart, it's him. Dirk did a very good job of trying to relate to the Sarge, right? 100%. Attention. Oh my god, that's very sweet, isn't it? I salute you, Comrade Justice. You know what I mean? It's like something so simple but so sweet. You're no longer a private in the Buff Army. Henceforth, you will be a corporal. Thank you so much. That means the world to me. That's a very sweet moment. Corporal? Congratulations on your promotion, Corporal Justice. It's very sweet. It's just very sweet. It honestly, is this, again, it's taking a comedic part of the game and turning it into something emotional, you know? And from his perspective, that is a big deal. I'm just glad this seemed to cheer him up a bit. burgers. Nice comment. Let's toast to your new stripes. Oh my god, this is so sweet. 2 burgers and 2 drinks. And call me Sarge, don't be shy, we're about to... Oh my god. I keep saying it, how like I was laughing my arse off 10 minutes ago, thinking this is the craziest character ever, to going to like... I've never wanted to like pinch the cheeks off a drone. You know what I mean? It's adorable. It's so sweet. Like, again, it's an offering, right? And again, I know they're trying to do like the typical kind of like, you know, just simple meal, which is like, again, you know, when media depicts shut-ins, they usually go like, oh, they just eat sandwiches or burgers all day, or, you know, like something. And again, I'm not saying burgers are bad. Like, you know, burgers are lovely, but it's like that type of thing where it's like, it's just a simple meal, simple drink, and his army cups as well. It's a very sweet thing. Now's our chance, Corporal. Ask him about the Founder's Orb. Dirt's getting way too much of a kick out of this. He's playing along very heavily. We're gonna end the video here. We're gonna talk about all this stuff and then talk about the next part of this stuff as well. I'll lower the whirling sound for you guys as well so you can't hear it maybe. Once again, I'm just so impressed at Ace Attorney. How I can come away from an episode after feeling 1,000,001 feelings in the space of an hour and a half. How we started off in this whole episode, kind of feeling like very, you know, we pitied a character in, is Addison, where he was this character who like was just so full of himself, so self-absorbed and brutally oblivious to the world around him. But a great introduction to a character. Like that's what Ace Attorney does better than like everybody. It's like second to none with that stuff most times. Where an introduction to a character, I think the only like games that I feel like introduce characters in such a very in-your-face way, but still make it feel like a real character is probably like for me, like maybe not the exact same, but you know, like Danganronpa. Like I think Danganronpa does a good job of like you getting an idea of who the character might be on the base level from the first second, and then you expand upon him and build upon it. I think they do that in Ace Attorney all the time as well. When we met that character Addison, I was like, so, you know, I thought this is a great characterization, but holy hell, I pity this character so much. And we found out that basically he sees the orb as being the orb, or the, what did he call it? Something to do with Amy Faye. I forget what the name was called, but it was like the artifact, or like a relic of Amy Faye, who I think is the founder of Crane Village. So we have this ownership rivalry going on, where on one side Addison believes that it belongs to him and he wants to use it in a political campaign to give it to his benefactors so he can win a campaign in Crane Village and become like the king of Crane Village. On the other hand, this was given to, it's the Founder's Orb that was supposed to be given to Dirk and Dats, but the unfortunate thing is Addison lied to the doctor, and now the note that we have is under duress. It's now, see, and again, that's what I would see in court. If I'm now Utah, I'm using that. I'm using that right away. And we know we're going up against the Utah for the final trial. Of course we are. But if I'm in Utah, I'm using that 100%. The fact that like it's a note that basically says, I'm afraid. I'm scared of these guys. Please protect me and I'll give you this orb. That is not true business. I don't think it holds up in court as well as we think it might. Maybe it will. Who knows? I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know. But there's a rivalry over who is going to get that orb and now. But I think that's what makes it so good, is that the orb is not anywhere to be seen, but there's two parties gunning for it. Like, I love that. I love that idea. It's almost like if the One Ring of Mordor was like was hidden somewhere, and you know Gondor was trying to find it at the same time that Saruman and Isengard was trying to find it. Like, it's this really interesting way of like, you know, we have no idea. Us as viewers have no idea where it is, but we know that like there's a gunning to find this, and there's a need to find this from both sides, both for different needs. One is to save a whole region, a whole country. The other is to like for political gain. So it's like we want to stop instantly. Like what's good about the writing of Ace Attorney? We want to stop him from getting his hands on it. They made him as grimy as possible, Addison, I mean, so that you will want to stop him right away. And that's my feelings. I want to stop him from getting an orb. So well done. So well done. Instantly well done. Really, really fantastic. Dats is in prison. He's doing fine. He thinks it's great. It's better than what he's used to. He's basically so shaky that he got himself caught in prison. And because he doesn't have his passport, he's been arrested. It's kind of funny that that's his character, that like he's so used to running and hiding and all this stuff that like he's almost like drawn to prison. Like he'll end up there eventually, but he doesn't mind it too much again. But I think he came in undocumented. That's the problem for them. Which again, it's just like, you know, he's a good dude, so it's not like I wouldn't worry too much about him at all. He's a really good dude. You know, judge a person by the person, right? Always, not by any other factors. I also think that there is a great, like, emotional weight to how they introduce this character, Sarge. I said already, but I'm so impressed with Ace Attorney for making me this character the most comedic and funny character, to the point that I was laughing and smiling. I thought it was so funny. Such a great idea. But then, like, as you're going along, you kind of feel the emotional weight of it. And that's it. That's Ace Attorney. That's Ace Attorney. How many times have you had a character who we've, like, adored, who we laughed at so much, who's been so funny, and then they hit you in the heart? I feel like it's happened so many times. I feel like it's happened so many times to the point that, like, and again, it's not like it's done to death. I mean, in a way that, like, it just shows how good they are writing. Like, if you can have a character that is the most comedic and funny and crazy off the wall character, but they can hit you in the heart at any moment, that showcases how good they are at character writing. And here we have a character in Sarge who is trying to cope with the idea of the world around them. So they've clearly buried themselves in movies, in a kind of a fantasy world, and through their drone, they're able to speak with a more confident, maybe more outgoing personality, and they've kind of adapted stuff from that world into this world. And through that, they've talked to Dirk and Apollo, and in some ways able to relate to Apollo. But it's just a very sad thing how almost instantly when the mother and father were mentioned, you could see, like, this has done really a lot of damage to this person. Because you just think there's nothing wrong if you're like a quiet person who just wants to spend time. Like, I'm the type of person that, like, you know, I would always rather, like, watch a K-drama with a cup of tea than go out partying. Always. I used to be a person who loved partying. I used to. But I remember, like, it was 3 years ago, I remember specifically, when I was, like, out on a night out with everyone. And it was the third night in a row where I was like, I love my friends, but, like, I really wish I was at home. And I was like, wait. Why am I not at home? There's nothing wrong with that. But in this case, it's not only just physically shutting yourself off from the world, it's emotionally shutting yourself off from the world. And he's done it because he lost his mother. His mother died protecting him. And now he's lost his dad and he feels alone in the world. So finding Apollo and Dirk, and especially Apollo, and giving him, like, sharing his burgers and you know, assigning Corporal to him as well, which again in his fantasy world is like the biggest thing in the world. It shows how much of an emotional weight this character is going to have, and how, again, as I said, I'm a broken record. The writing is so good because I can look at a drone and feel emotions.
Will you be joining us? Then it's settled.
That's how good the writing is. It's really, really good. Yeah, this is interesting. We're going to have to find out where the orb is from him and hopefully make deeper connections with this character as well. A really, really well done situation. Really, really enjoyed this. Guys, if you want to see these videos early, most of the videos on the channel are €1 on the membership tab. Not every video is early, but the Ace Attorney videos are usually early because they come out at a very specific time. So you can see those at least a day early, sometimes 2 days early, depending on the time. This video, I believe, will be... I want to say this video is going to be 2 days early, maybe? Yeah, I think it's going to be 2 days early. But we'll see. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you for being so amazing. You guys are such a great audience. I love talking to the Ace Attorney audience. You're so fun and so informative, and you have so many great opinions, and even opinions that disagree with me are really great too. Thank you so much to Tyfire2, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicius Felix, Yuled, Radish, Yassassin, True Peanut Butter, Anusta, Link's Market, Tyfire2, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicius Felix, Yule, Radish, Anusta, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Liam, High Casparian, Jared Beeman, Neo Sharite, and at the highest tier of my YouTube, Rorgama7, Blasco, and Lucinagi. I'll see you soon, guys. Bye bye.